Hello everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Destiny video. Happy May the 4th, happy Star Wars Day. We are going to be opening our box of Spirit of Rebellion. We picked one up today at our local game store. Going to go ahead and open this. This is going to be a fairly long video because I'm going to look over probably every card. I'll skip over the duplicates. But then I'm going to go back again and do a shorter video showing just the rares and legendary cards and their dice. So that will be a future video. This video is going to be opening the box in its entirety, and then I'll do a shorter video after that just showing basically the good stuff. So let's go ahead and crack this open. Super excited about opening this box here. So we just picked up one today. Hopefully next wave we'll be able to get some more. Some more boxes. See if it's taped. Alright, there we go. And there's our booster packs. We're going to flip the camera around and start opening these packs. So we'll be right back with that. Alright, we are back. We got our box open here. We're going to go ahead and start grabbing the packs. First one. See what we get. Wonder if they're including the little cardboard thing still. Yep, they are. Alright, throw that out. Take a look at what we have here. And very first pack, we have Force Speed. There's our first legendary. So, Force Speed. There is the die. Very nice start. I don't really play blue particularly a lot, but Force Speed's a pretty cool card. So, Focus, Shield, triple specials, take 2 additional actions. It's going to go really well with Rey. So we're going to set the legendary over there. Throw a die. We have Sabotage. It's mandatory that you listen to the Beastie Boys while you play this card. So we have Sabotage as our uncommon. Improvisation. Support. Pretty cool one. We have the Price of Failure. That wants to focus. There's the Price of Failure. The Emperor shocking somebody. Price of Failure. And we have the Docking Bay. This is the Finalizer Docking Blade. Play a support from your hand or discard pile, decreasing its cost by 1. That's our very first location, battlefield. And there we go. So, first legendary, already out of the way. Throw that there. See what else we get here. Throw that down. And we have Vibro Knucklers as our rare. Ambush, melee, melee, 2 melee, discard, discard. It has ambush, and before resolving this die, you may spend the resource to increase its value by 1. So we have Vibro Knucklers, we have Resolve. There's Han Solo on the Resolve right there. For some reason it doesn't want to focus. There we go, Resolve. Decisive Blow, pretty cool card. Resolve melee damage, and then remove all their dice of that character. Have Collateral Damage. And we have the Ewok Village. Not a huge fan of the Ewok Village, but for playing against a shield deck, it could be very good. Basically, remove all shields from a character. Alright, so there's that. Got the Vibro Knucklers. Save the little cardboard insert. They make excellent card dividers. Next up, I'm not even going to look at the die yet. Throw the wrapper out, pop them out, and we have the Delta 7 Interceptor. Port, so 2 range, 3 range for a resource, focus, shield, special. Reroll up to 3 dice, yours or an opponent's. Pretty good, 3 resources on that. We have Scrap Buy as our uncommon. There's Scrap Buy right there. We'll have a Lockdown. Pretty good in red villain decks that don't often claim. You just have to have 2 red characters still be alive, and then you get the battlefield. Also has Ambush. We have Double Dealing. If something rolls a special, you can get a resource. We have Meditate. And that is it for that pack. moving into the next one. Crack it. Set the die aside. You can probably see it before I do. But there is our boy Unkar. So I already have Elite Jabba. Just need another Unkar to make that mill deck now. So here's Unkar Plut. It wants to focus. There we go. 10 health. Focus, 1 disrupt, 2 disrupt. Resource, plus 2 resource. An action you can remove. 3 of your, or remove any combination of dice with 3 or more value. Discard a card from an opponent's hand. And gain resources equal to it. Unkar Plut. We have Caution. That's our uncommon. Really good card. Remove a character die to give a character 3 shields. Wants to focus. Doesn't seem to want to focus on that one, but there's Caution. Caution, yeah, remove 1 of your character dice to give another character 3 shields. You have Air Superiority. This stacks and gets shields, which is pretty cool. Air Superiority, after you play the support, place 3 shields on it as an action, exhaust it to gain shields. Gain a shield off of it. So here's Air Superiority. Air Superiority. We have Attrition. And 1/4 portion, so another piece of the mill deck right here. We have the 1/4 portion card. Let's see. Remove an opponent's die, then that opponent gains a resource. So in that deck, you're gaining or you're getting rid of their dice. You're giving them a resource, but then you can just disrupt it with Unkar anyway. There's that. Caution. Again, we had Unkar. Right, grab our next pack. Now I'm going to look at the die. Let's throw the wrapper down. We have an Astromech. Let's see. See if it wants to focus. I'll adjust the camera here. Astromech, anyway, 2 resources. Focus, 2 focus, shield, resource, 2 blanks. Action, remove this die to turn a vehicle die to any side. You can turn your Millennium Falcon to a special. You can turn your TIE Fighter to a special because it's neutral, and so on. Beyond that, there's Imperial Inspection. We've all seen Imperial Inspection, but 0 resources. After 1 of your dice rolls a disrupt, you may exhaust the support. Return an upgrade in play that costs 2 or less to its owner's hand. Imperial Inspection, pretty cool. Another Air Superiority. Here is Aftermath. And we have Diversion. And Astromech. There's that. Throw a die in the box. Grab another pack. And there's a rocket launcher. There's our second legendary. So 3 resources. 3 damage for a resource, 3 damage for a resource, 4 damage for a resource, special for a resource, discard a vehicle from play, or deal 2 damage to up to 2 different characters. So there's our second legendary. We have the rocket launcher. There's Life Debt. Improvisation we've already seen. Here's Confidence. And we have Destiny. Featuring Rey. Alright, and that is that pack. So there's 2 legendaries down. We have Force Speed and the rocket launcher. Just know it's red, and there's our boy Snap. We got him. So Snap Wexley, 8. He has range damage, disrupt, 2 disrupt. Discard resource and blank, and while at least 1 of this die is in your pool, your opponent can't claim the battlefield unless they pay a resource. So there's Snap. Got him. There's Anger. That's our uncommon. We have Overconfidence. I think this is from episode 2 when they're flying through Coruscant. Confidence. Not sure why it doesn't want to focus. Anyway, Overconfidence. 1 resource. Blue, neutral. Spot a blue character and to reroll 2 dice, then remove one of those dice with the lowest value. Have a wingman, very nice. If I want to make that Veer's TIE Pilot deck, I'm going to need these wingmans, or wingmen, I suppose you can call them. 0 resources, attached character. When another red character rolls out, you roll out wingman. The character that wingman is attached to. Another meditate and anger. So again, there's that deck or that pack has snap. So snap right there. Got our next pack. Put out, and we have an Interrogation Droid. I can get the focus on it. There we go, Interrogation Droid. Disrupt, discard, 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 and resource. After you activate the support, look at a random card in an opponent's hand. If that card is an event, you may remove it. Move this die to discard it. That could go pretty well in mill deck too, and it's Gray Villain. Have our only hope. There's Leia. 2 resources, draw a card, and then you may play that card for free or discard that card to get 2 resources. It's kind of like a gamble, but especially if you know you have a big card on top of your deck. Let's say you have your Millennium Falcon on top, you can draw that card and essentially play it for 2 resources because you're paying 2 to play this. Our only hope. We have a Rebel Assault. And we have the Cargo Hold as our battlefield. Move and upgrade from a character to another character controlled by the same player. So do a lot of shenanigans with that. And then we have Spynet. And our rare was the Interrogation Droid. Got our next pack here. Grab the die. Don't even look at the die until you're ready. Let's see what we have here. Oh boy, there he is. There is IG-88. There's our 3rd legendary. So 12 health, 2 range damage, 3 range damage, shield, 2 shields for a resource special, and play a yellow weapon or equipment from your discard pile on this character, decreasing its cost by 2. So essentially thermal detonators with him, if you have them in your discard pile, cost 1. So there's IG. Got him. There's Emergency Evacuation as our uncommon. Removes all dice. It's red hero. Just the artwork on this is just silly, but if it wants to focus, we'll get the emergency evacuation out here. If it focuses, doesn't seem to be wanting to focus, but anyway, emergency evacuation. There's swiftness. Swiftness. We'll go back to there's emergency evacuation if you wanted to see that. Come on, just focus. It should focus right on it, right? Anyway, it doesn't want to focus on that one. For some reason, another double dealing. We already saw that. There's Relentless Pursuit. You can move damage from character to character. Move up to 2 damage from an opponent's character to another character and ignore shields. So if your character played Draw Attention to move damage off of somebody, you can move it back. Yeah, let's see if it's now. Nope, doesn't seem to want to focus. But so we got our 3rd legendary. We got IG-88. Got 3 legendaries to go. There is a Death Trooper. So 1 range, 2 range, 2 range, plus 2 range, disrupt, and blank. And 10 health. 10 health for 10 points. Death Trooper, we have Sensor Placement. There you go. Spot a rare character. Resolve an opponent's die not showing damage, range, or melee if it were your die. They basically resolve an opponent's die not showing damage. So you can get it to do a special kind of thing. You have the Long Con. You have Crate Dragon Howl. Crate Dragon Howl, there it is. And we have Protective Mentor. Hey, it's weird. Some of these cards it wants to focus on, some it doesn't. But Protective Mentor, 0 resources. It's a upgrade. Attached characters' shields can be used to block damage dealt to any character. So if somebody has this on them, they could be like, I'm going to do 2 damage to Rey. Protective Mentor on Qui-Gon, you can have that damage be taken off of Qui-Gon instead. There's that one. And sensor placement was the uncommon. And the Death Trooper was our rare. Alright, grab another pack. Pop the die down. Flip. See what we have here. There's Chirrut. So Chirrut, 11 health, 1 range, plus 2 range, 2 melee, plus 1 melee. Resource, you cannot play blue abilities on this character. And after you activate this character, you may re-roll all of your dice showing blanks. And he is 12 or 16, depending on if you want to run him at single die or at elite. There's our Chirrut card. We got him. Got as our uncommon, we have the Carbon Freezing Chamber. Location claim, choose a character die. That die cannot be rolled during the next round. Wonderful. That side. Can't get the camera to focus today for some reason, but there is the Carbon Freezing Chamber. We've all seen that one. Have Friends in Low Places. Spot a yellow character to look at an opponent's hand and discard an event that costs 1 or less. It's a Carbon Freezing Chamber. There's a focus on that one. And we have another Cargo Hold and Salvage Stand. Salvage Stand is another key card in the mill deck. So 0 resources. After one of your dice rolls a resource, you may exhaust this support to force an opponent to lose a resource. That's going to go in the Jabba Unkar mill deck. And that is that pack there. Grab another one. We have Journal of Ben Kenobi. Not sure how I feel about this card. So 1 resource plus 1 melee. Resource, 3 blanks. As an action, you can remove it to draw a card. I guess the draw a card thing isn't too bad. You can remove it, draw a card, and then hopefully get something better. And it also makes for good like upgrade fodder. So you can play this, maybe get a couple card draws out of it, and then overwrite it with something better. That costs maybe 3, get it out for 2. So there's Obi-Wan's Journal. You have Your Eyes Can Deceive You. That's my second one of those. Got one of these during the preview event. So 1 resource. After one of your dice rolls a shield, you may exhaust the support. Turn an opponent's die to any side. Really nice dice control as well. Especially if you're playing like Rey and Qui-Gon, you're going to be rolling a lot of shields anyway. Or potentially rolling a lot of shields. This will allow you to manipulate your opponent's dice if you roll shields. Your Eyes Can Deceive You. Another decisive blow. There is the War-Torn Streets battlefield. Discard away the card from an opponent's hand. And we have Parry. Parry. Remove a die showing melee damage. Not too bad, especially if their only melee damage die is out, and it's like holding together a combo. You can pay 1, remove it, and then if they have a bunch of result or modified sides, they won't be able to do anything with them until they or focus into something else. That's Parry. Doesn't want to focus on that. Your Eyes Can Deceive You, and all that. And our rare was the Obi-Wan Journal. We're looking for a second Maz Kanata. We're looking for other stuff like that. So let's see what we have here. There's Asajj. We got her. So 9 health, melee damage, 2 melee damage, focus, disrupt, resource blank, 12 or 15 points and 9 health. After an opponent discards a card from their hand to reroll, they force them to discard another card from their hand. There's our Asajj card. We have Force Illusion. It's focusing on the characters fine, but the events, it doesn't seem to want to focus on those. Let's see. Right, hold on. Better? Not really. see. Come on, focus. Doesn't feel like focusing today, I guess. Anyway, Force Illusion. One resource. It's an upgraded ability. Before the attached character takes damage, you may discard cards from the top of your deck equal to that damage to block it. Then discard this upgrade. So if you take 2 damage, you can basically mill two cards to not take damage. And then this gets discarded. We have no disintegrations. Adjust the camera here. No disintegrations. Doesn't seem to still want to focus even if I adjust that. Anyway, no disintegrations. It's an event, one resource. Discard the top 3 cards in the opponent's deck, or 3 cards, and discard the top card of their deck, or 3 if there is another copy of no disintegrations in your discard pile. There's no disintegrations. We have Trench Warfare. Red villain event. Outmaneuver. Yep. Took it away right when it started to focus. One resource to support. After you claim, you gain 1 resource. So Force Illusion, and our rare was Asajj. Alright, we have a DT-29 Heavy Blaster. So 2 resources, range damage +2/+2, resource special and blank, and remove an opponent's die showing a resource cost. There's a DT-29. Uncommon, we have a Bombing Run. Resolve one of your red dice showing disrupt, then deal 1 damage to each of an opponent's characters. So disrupt and then does damage. Not bad. We have Synchronicity. We have Doubt, which is actually a really cool card. I've seen this a lot in Tabletop Simulator. So 0 resources. Roll an opponent's die, then that opponent either resolves it or removes it. Doubt, and we have Tactical Aptitude. Camera's focusing a little bit better now, it looks like. So that's that pack. So we had the Blaster Pistol. We still have 3 legendaries to go. And a bunch of packs. So hopefully we get some stuff I can use in decks. Let's see who we have now. Slide it out. We have C-3PO. He is going in my Maz Poe deck. So 1 resource, focus, discard, resource, and 2 blanks. As an action, remove this die to resolve 1 of your dice as if it were showing a different symbol. Keeps its original value. So let's say Poe rolled like a resource or something, and I need his special. I can remove C-3PO's die and make that a special. There's C-3PO. Planetary Uprising. There we go. There's another card in the Maz Poe deck. So 2 resources. After you claim the battlefield, force an opponent to deal 2 damage to their characters, distributed as a wish. Spirit of Rebellion. Hey, there's the name of the set right there. So Spirit of Rebellion. Give a character 1 shield or 2 shields instead, as there's another copy in your discard pile. So nice shield card there. Price of Failure, we've already looked at. There's a Bait and Switch. Another card in the mill deck. So Ambush, they take an additional action after it. Turn 1 of your dice to a shot. Turn 1 of your dice showing a resource to any side. So you turn it from a resource to a special. You can turn it from a resource to like damage or like discard. In the case of the mill deck, is going to be discard probably, or disrupt. There's that. Alright, so C-3PO was in that one. Grab another pack. See who we get here. We have Force Heal. 2 resources, shield, resource, special, and blank. Blue character only, heal 1 damage from a character or spend 1 resource to heal 2. There's that. We have Training. Yay. Another card I've been wanting for my General Veer's Pilots deck. So Training, non-unique red character only. The attached character is now elite. We have Suppression. Pretty cool control card. Remove 1 of your dice showing range damage and remove an opponent's die. We have collateral damage, protective mentor. We've already seen those. So we got Force Heal in that one. Hey, there's another legendary, our fourth legendary. We have the Quad Jumper. So Quad Jumper, let me see. 3 resources, 2 focus, 1 shield, 2 shield, a resource, and blank. As an action, you can discard it to make it a vehicle cost 2 or 3 less. That wants to focus on the Quad Jumper. There we go. We have sustained. Yep, sustained fire is our uncommon. We have another suppression. Loth Cat and Mouse. Really like this card for Yellow Hero. Basically, it plays similarly to He Doesn't Like You. Your opponent removes one of your dice, and you remove one of theirs. We have another 1/4 portion, and our Quad Jumper was our legendary. We have 2 legendaries left. What we have here? There is Overkill. Overkill, 2 resources, +1 range, +2 range, +3 range, +3 range. I have the promo of this, and here's the actual one. I actually have a die now for it. So uncommon, we have Dark Presence. It can go really well in Blue Villain Mill. So Dark Presence, 0 resources support. After one of your dice rolls a discard, you may exhaust this support to force an opponent to choose and remove one of their dice. So you roll your mill, and your opponent chooses a die to remove if you have this out. So this can go really well in like Dooku Jabba decks that are trying to mill and things like that. Dark Presence, there's Manipulate. Manipulate, 0 resources. Turn one of your dice to a side showing a blank, then turn an opponent's die to a side showing a blank. Manipulate, Attrition we've already seen. There is Guerrilla Warfare. Has Ambush. Remove one of your red dice to deal 1 damage to a character, and then get to take another action. So if you have, like, let's say you have 2 ranged damage out, and like a resource, and your opponent has 3 health left, or your character has 3 health left, you play Guerrilla Warfare, remove the 1 die, deal a damage, and then resolve your 2 more damage to defeat the character. So there's Guerrilla Warfare. And Overkill was our card with a die on that one. And we still have 2 legendaries to go. One more pack. Got this one. Pop it open. There is Personal Shield. Another card in my Jabba Unkar deck. Since the deck doesn't do a lot of damage, you want to keep them alive. So here's our Personal Shield. 2 resources, 1 shield, 2 shield, 3 shields for a resource, and 2 blanks. And before the attached character is dealt 2 or more range damage, you may discard, or you may exhaust this upgrade to give that character a shield. That we have Imperial War Machine. This is in my TIE Pilot deck. So 0 resources, resolve one of your red dice, showing a resource cost for free. Now I am the master. So 1 resource is an upgrade after the attached character or upgrade deals damage to you. After attached character or upgrade dice deal damage, you may exhaust this upgrade to turn a die to a side showing a blank. So you deal damage, and then you can exhaust this upgrade to turn a die to a blank. That's pretty cool. Have Hold On. Another Relentless Pursuit, and again, Imperial War Machine, which is a pretty cool card too. Yeah, I like the Imperial War Machine in that deck because it's running the rocket launcher, which is all resource cost aside. So if you don't have a resource, you can play Imperial War Machine and resolve your rocket launcher for free. Let's see what we have here. We have a Force Push. So 3 resources, 2 range damage, 2 range damage, 2 discard, 2 specials, and a blank. Blue character only. Turn up to 2 of an opponent's dice to sides of your choice. We have Fair Trade as our uncommon. And we have Bolt Hole. So it gives you shields. Yeah, so remove one of your yellow character dice to give that character 2 shields. Full hole trench warfare we've seen, outmaneuver we've seen. See who we have next. We have, yes, there it is. There is Jyn Erso. That's my second one. Got one at the preview event, so now I have a set of her. So 11 health, 15 or 20 points, 2 range damage, 2 range damage, discard, 2 discard resource, and the cost of your first yellow event you play each round is decreased by 1. Jyn is really awesome, so I'm really glad I got her. A second copy of her, I should say. There's Jyn Erso. We have, and speaking of Jyn, we have Never Tell Me the Odds, which I plan on running in this deck as well. So, if you play this is your first event, it's going to cost 2. If you play it with Infamous, you can give it Ambush. So choose one of your yellow characters, turn any number of its character and upgrade dice to sides of your choice. So you use Infamous to give this Ambush. Use this on Jyn, turn her all to damage or all to mill. And since you gave this Ambush, you get to then resolve it. So that's a really cool card too. We have Rejuvenate. Another Confidence and another Bait and Switch. Maz is one of the other ones I really need out of this so I can run my Elite Maz, Elite Poe. I'm currently running Elite Poe and a single Maz when I actually play for real. Let's see what we have here. Here's a Rebel Commando. So 10 health, 10 points, 1 range, 2 range, discard, resource, special for a blank. Special is remove an opponent's die. There's a Rebel Commando. We have the Secret Facility on Scarif. This is actually a pretty cool battlefield too. So resolve up to 3 of your dice showing damage, either ranged or melee. So if you have a bunch of dice left out, you can still claim and be able to resolve all those dice. If you have 3 dice out, or let's say you have like 4 dice out, you have 3 that are damage and 2 that are blank, you can claim and still be able to resolve 3 of those. So there's the Secret Facility. That was pretty cool. We have Ammo Belt, very nice. So 1 resource, it's an upgrade. Before another upgrade on an attached character would be discarded by a card effect, you may discard this upgrade instead. So according to Lucas, who designed the game, this works with Second Chance. So Second Chance triggers, and it causes it to be discarded. However, if you have Ammo Belt, you discard the Ammo Belt instead. Suppose this also works with Disarm. So if somebody disarms you, if you have a gun and they try to disarm your gun, you'll just disarm Ammo Belt instead. Keep the gun on you. So that's pretty cool. We have Undying Loyalty. So 0 resources, heal 1 damage from a red character. If there's another copy of this event in your discard pile, you can spend a resource to place this event on top of your deck. It's a way to kind of cycle healing, especially in Veers and Pilots. Veers in the TIE Pilots have fairly low health. Veers has 9, Pilots have 7, so you can use this to heal some damage. If you have a resource and 2 copies of it, you'll be able to kind of cycle it. That's pretty cool. You have Evade. Evade, 1 resource, remove a die showing range damage. I kind of like Dodge a little bit better because it removes all of it, but however, if they have just 1 base damage and the rest is modified range, you can use this to essentially break their combo of range damage. Let's see that. Secret Facility and Ammo Belt, very nice. And again, we still have 2 legendaries in this box somewhere. I'm going to go look at the die. Let's pop the card. There's our 5th legendary. We have Chewbacca. So there's Chewbacca, Chewie. Got 12 health. Let's see if it wants to focus. Well, focus on Chewbacca. Anyway, 12 health. 1 range, 2 range for a resource, 2 melee, 1 resource, special, and blank. 12 or 16 points. Turn an opponent's die to a side showing damage to deal that damage to a character. Again, that damage stays out. But if you have this like in a combo with like Force Throw, you can double special. So Chewbacca special, turn the die to a side showing damage, deal that damage, and then Force Throw the special back at them to deal more damage. So there's Chewbacca. Again, 12 or 16 points, 12 health, and that. So there's Chewie. We have My Ally is the Force as our uncommon. 2 resources has Ambush. Resolve 1 of your blue dice without removing it from your pool. So basically, you can resolve a die, and let's say you resolve 2 melee damage, and then later, in your next round, resolve that 2 melee damage again. We have another lockdown, another lost cat and mouse, and another parry. So, still got one legendary to go. So we have here, there is Luminara. So 10 health, 1 melee, 2 melee, focus, shield, or resource, special, 13-17. Resolve one of your character's dice, increasing its value by 2 or by 3 instead if it's a non-unique character die. I really like this card, and I also like the fact that you can run it with just one. It works better with a single die as you can get out 2 non-uniques. So there's Luminara. We have Friendly Fire as our uncommon. We have Swiftness, Confidence, and another Spynet. And our 6th legendary, we have Obi-Wan. 11 health. He is 15 or 16 or 20. I'm not a fan of his cost. 11 health, has Guardian, 1 melee, 3 melee, 1 focus, 2 focus, resource, and blank. And before this character is defeated, you may play a blue card from your hand or discard pile for free. There's our 6th legendary. We got Obi-Wan. Uncommon, we have Cheat. It's a pretty cool card. So 1 resource, switch a card in your hand with a card in your discard pile. We have Friends in Low Places, Lost Cat and Mouse, and another Salvage Stand. So here's our playset of Salvage Stands for that mill deck. We just need the second Unkar, and that's it really for that deck. And also the blackmails and things like that, but those are legendaries. We have another Jedi Acolyte. Got one of these at the preview event. So 7 health for 9, 1 melee, 1 focus, 2 focus, or discard in resource. Before you resolve this die, increases value by 1 if it is showing the same symbol as one of your other dice. There's our Jedi Acolyte. As our uncommon, we have the Tatooine Moisture Farm. Just claim to gain a resource. It wants to focus. Doesn't seem like it wants to. But yeah, so Moisture Farm. We have another Manipulate. We have the Garbage Will Do. So 0, Ambush. Remove one of your vehicle dice to give each of your characters 1 shield. And you get to do another action after that. We have Arms Deal. And then this was Moisture Farm. Let's see if it focuses. Still really doesn't want to focus, but Moisture Farm, not bad. Just gain a resource. Alright, so we got all of our legendaries. We still have a few packs to go, though. Actually, quite a few, so let's crack this one. Here's our Guavian Enforcer. So 9 health for 8, 1 range, 2 range, +1 range, +1 resource, and a blank. As an action, you can remove this die to remove 1 shield from a character. So there's the Guavian Enforcer. So uncommon, we have New Orders. The 2 resources switch to battlefield if the battlefield is not being used and use its claimability. Another Rejuvenate, another Hold On, and another Evade. See here, we have Lure of Power, another really cool card, one of my favorites from the set. So 2 resources, +1, +1, +2, resource with 2 blanks. You may resolve the modifier sides on this as to modify any symbol. So this could go in mill decks, this could go in melee decks, could go in range damage decks. Because these blue modifiers could be a +2 range, +1 range, +1 range. It could be you can make it melee, you can make it discard, you can make it resources, you can make it whatever you want. So really cool card. There's Lure of Power. We have a Lightsaber Throw as our uncommon. Play only if you have 1 or more dice showing melee damage. Deal 2 damage to a character. I'm thinking of putting this in. I want to build Vader and FN2199 as well. There's Lightsaber Throw, Spirit of Rebellion we've already seen. Here's Utagunga, however you pronounce that. Battlefield. Just heal 1 damage from a character. Kind of wish this would have been something like the Medical Bay on Hoth. But, yeah, Battlefield heals damage. Pretty good. We have another Destiny, and that Lightsaber Throw is our uncommon. And our die is, we have a Akashi Training. So 2 resources. To play this, spot a blue character. 1 melee, +2 melee, +2 melee, so all modified sides. Shield and resource. And as an action, you can remove one of your dice showing melee damage and exhaust this upgrade to remove a die showing melee damage. Pretty good. We have loose ends as our uncommon. So 2 resources has ambush. Remove one of your dice showing range damage to discard the top 4 cards of the opponent's deck. That one doesn't seem like it wants to focus, but... So loose ends. We have another synchronicity, another trench warfare, and another tactical aptitude. Let's see if it wants to focus now. There we go. So loose ends. How many packs do we have left? Probably about a handful. Set the die aside. Let's not even look at it. Let's see what we got. There's one of our TIE pilots. We have TIE pilot, 7 health for 8, +1 range, +2 range, 3 range, +3 range for a resource, focus, and resource. While this die is in your pool, other dice showing range damage cannot be removed by an opponent. We have guard as our uncommon. Guard is really cool, so 0 resources. Remove one of your blue dice showing melee damage to remove a number of an opponent's dice equal to the value on that die. So if you remove a die that has 2 melee, you can remove 2 of an opponent's dice. So there's guard. That's blue hero. We have another no disintegrations and another doubt, another guerrilla warfare. So we got our TIE pilot in that deck. Alright, we have Aura Sing as our rare. So 10 health, 1 range, 2 range, 2 range, disrupt, resource blank, 14 or 18 points, and before you resolve this die, you may discard a card from your hand to increase its value by 1. So the damage basically becomes either 2 or 3. Discard a card along with it. So uncommon, we have them now. So 2 resources. Play only if you control the battlefield. Turn up to 4 of your dice to side showing damage, either ranged or melee damage. We have them now. Another ammo belt, another Utagunga. Now you will die. So 1 resource, resolve 1 of your dice as if it were showing melee damage. It keeps its original value. So if you have like a thing that's like 2 focus and your opponent has 2 health left, you can play this. Use that 2 focus to become 2 melee. And again, here is we have them now if it focuses. Utagunga, now you will die, and Aura Sing was our rare in that pack. And that die just went to the ground. Let me see. And we have Lone Operative, very nice. So 3 resources, 2 melee, 2 discard, 1 resource, 2 specials, and a blank. Heal 2 damage from the attached character, or 3 damage if it's the only character in play, or your only character. Here's Lone Operative. We have Rise Again as our uncommon. So 5, heal 5 damage from a unique blue character, then play an upgrade from your discard pile on it for free. So heals 5 and gets you a free upgrade. Another Rebel Assault, we have the High Ground. And another Docking Bay location. Alright, so we got a few packs still to go. And then we're going to do another video just showing the rares and legendaries. So we have an Ascension Gun. So 2 resources, 1 range, 2 range, focus, 2 discard for a resource and a special. Use the ability on the battlefield that is not being used but was brought to the game as though you had just claimed it. Ascension Gun. We have Rebel as our uncommon. So 1 resource, play only if you have 1 or more dice showing a discard symbol. Play a card from your discard pile, decreasing its cost by 1. So you can use this in conjunction with like Never Tell Me the Odds, and you can play this for free. If you have enough resources, you can play Never Tell Me the Odds for 2, and then do that again. There's Rebel. another bolt hole, and another aftermath, and another arms deal. And let me grab that lone operative die that just rolled off the table. Alright, so that was that. We have a lightsaber pike. So three resources. 3 resources, 1 melee, plus 2 melee, plus 4 melee for a resource, shield, resource blank, and as an action you can remove this die to give the non-attached character 1 shield. So if you play this in a Palpatine deck, you put this on your Royal Guard, you can use the action to give Palpatine a shield, because it's essentially like they're just guarding him with the lightsaber staff. So we have lightsaber pike that wants to focus, might not want to. We'll come back to it. You have fast hands, awesome. So there's 1 fast hands. We have determination. Just to focus on it. Anyway, 0 resources. It's an event. Play only if you have 1 or more dice showing focus. Resolve 1 of your dice as if it was showing a different symbol, and it keeps its original value. If you have focus out, you can use this to make something have a special or damage, things like that. There's battle formation, another card. We also have secluded beach. Again, let's take a closer look at the lightsaber pike. I think it should focus this time. So there's lightsaber pike, fast hands. Here's another closer look at determination. It wants to focus. Let's see if it does. Come on, determination. Just go ahead and focus. All right. Anyway, the lightsaber pike was the rare. We got our fast hands, the card I want. And we have an Imperial Discipline. So one resource, plus 1 range, plus 1 melee, shield, a resource, plus 1 resource, red character only. As an action, you can remove this die to turn 1 of your character or upgrade dice to a side showing range damage or a resource. So there's that. We have Maz's Castle as our uncommon. Another Eye on the Master and another battle formation and another diversion. Alright, we're down to the final pack. Final one. Let's see what we can do. And there's one of them. We have a Vibro Knife. I had 1 Vibro Knife. I traded it for Maz Kanata, but Vibro Knife, so 2 resources, plus melee, 1 melee, plus 2 melee, discard, resource, and blank. It has ambush, and while this is in your pool, your dice showing your melee damage is unblockable. Right, we have Planned Explosion as our uncommon. We have another Determination. Let's see if this one actually focuses this time. Something about Determination. My camera does not like Determination, I guess. Oh, there we go. It's a hero card. Determination, another War-Torn Streets, and another Secluded Beach. Alright, so some pretty cool cards. Got some good legendaries. Got IG-88, Obi-Wan, Quad Jumper, Force Speed, few others. We're going to do another video where I just go through the rares. So remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support this channel, you can do that on Patreon at patreon.com/iceworm. I again really want to thank you for watching. I appreciate all your support. And until next time, have a good one and take care. And may the Force be with you.